Senator Capito and Congressman Cole and I went to the border last week, Monday and Tuesday of last week. Border crossings are way down. They're 56% below where they were in May. There's always a little of that in the summer, but these numbers are lower than they would traditionally be. I personally think that barriers, fences, those things make a difference, are part of what we ought to be doing where they make sense. But I also think that the thing that the president's accomplished that is making the most difference right now is the willingness of the Mexican government to work with us under some persuasion from the president when they decided to do it. But it's making a big difference. There are 10,000 Mexican National Guard at the Guatemalan border now. When the president made the agreement with them to help at the Guatemalan border, I'm told there were less than 100 people at that border that now has 10,000 people at it. There are 15,000 Mexican National Guards people working along the northern border, along the border that's the border between us and them, and maybe most importantly of all, except for unaccompanied children, any native Spanish speaker that doesn't have legitimate fear of going back to Mexico is being sent back to Mexico to wait their court date. Now, no more than 15 out of 100 people from El Salvador or Guatemala or Honduras will ever qualify to stay at their asylum hearing. Most of them figure that out. Many of them are going back home, being flown back home anyway before waiting for weeks or 2 or 3 months in Mexico. It's making a real difference. Wouldn't have happened if the president hadn't insisted on it, and frankly, it wouldn't have happened if the new Mexican president hadn't agreed to it. And it's going to have long-term impact as long as we maintain that relationship with them.